Hello and welcome everyone to Amateur Hour Commentary. I am your host, the Wolf Craze, and of course, joining me is O'Doyle, the wonderful O'Doyle. We are going to be casting a game that was technically a week 5, but due to scheduling concerns for a couple of people, it was pushed back, which is okay because we are here, and we are going to be presenting this game because it's going to be amazing between Murdaughs and Haxx. I have my thoughts, my opinions. O'Doyle, what's up? What are your thoughts? What are you thinking here?
I mean, these teams are pretty evenly matched, but I will say, the Murdaughs have been playing together a lot less as long. I don't forgive me, my English teacher, for my grammar there. They have not been playing together for as long. Less as long. What am I thinking? But anyways, yeah, I believe you're going to see, especially in the more tactical modes like Hardpoint, S&D. I think you're going to see Haxx come out on top. But I think you may see the Murdaughs sweep the TDM modes. Really, point can really be up in the air if the Murdaughs can get their perimeter players out there and get them racking up those kills, placing down some kill streaks. They have a shot in hardpoint. But I do believe S&D is going to go to Haxx if I had to call it. But again, maybe I just gave them the death kiss every time I call it. The opposite happens. So you probably should look for the Murdaughs to win S&D.
It's kind of hard to say because these two teams are relatively close in terms of overall score. I mean, there's only a 1 point difference between the two right now. Haxx currently sitting at 9 wins and Murdaughs 8. And looking at those stats, and those as well are very, very close. Murdaughs and Haxx are about 40. Murdaughs having 46% win percentage on S&D and Haxx with 44%. So very, very close on Search and Destroy, where there's a much larger discrepancy on the other two game modes. Haxx has an advantage on Hardpoint with 38% total success rate, and Murdaughs at 13. And you look at Team Deathmatch, it's very similar, except it's reverse. Murdaughs are at 50% win rate, and Haxx are at 38%. So I think we're going to see a little bit of a switch. So like on Hardpoint, Haxx are going to have a greater advantage. And on TDM, Murdaughs are going to have a greater advantage. Of course, that could change entirely, and I could just be completely wrong on all this.
All right. I mean, I will say, out of all the matches we've seen thus far, this is going to be one of the closer matched, teams with each other. So I think you're going to see a really good match, and a lot of hard fights for points, and a lot of close S&D rounds.
I see your shadow, buddy. By the way, we have a third commentator here. My son is joining us, so let's see. I'm just seeing like who we have as a link for Haxx, because I know we're not going to have a perspective from Murdaughs. I don't believe, right?
Yeah, I think Dinko is having a little issues getting the old iPhone to work here. For him. He says he's been trying, but he just has not had any success so far. So I know the iPhone streaming is always a challenge. You're guaranteed to not have audio just because of the limitations of iPhone with streaming. But that's why you got to buy that $2,000 headset, $3,000 headset Apple's coming out with.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So you can stream. But no, I'm sure that'll get fixed eventually. Somebody will find a workaround for that. But yeah, right now we are not going to have perspective from the Murdaughs, unfortunately, but we're going to have definitely a good perspective from one of the killers over on Haxx. We're going to see either I'm going to guess either Violent Veronica or Nizmac will be giving us our POV from that team tonight.
At present, I have Violent Veronica, since she's been mostly the primary streamer.
Yeah, I think that's probably who it's going to be.
Give me 1 second.
See if I can reach out and double check. Well, they're probably in match right now. We'll find out here shortly.
Yeah, guys, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna make sure my son gets up the stairs fine.
Hey, throw up the roster real quick. Okay. Well, he didn't get a chance to get the roster. He's got to make sure the that Luke gets up the stairs, doesn't fall. If he does, that would be terrible. But tonight, let's go ahead and go with the Murdaughs. I'm going to give you the roster of the Murdaughs without you seeing it. Currently, you have Dizzle, Killer Banana Slugs, 212s, Shamurder Lixie, Flyboy Pilot, Dinko, and Z Shid. I believe we are going to see Dinko, Z Shid, Killer Banana Slugs, Dizzle, and I'm not sure on the last one. I believe it's going to be Flyboy Pilot, if I'm not mistaken. But let me just double check that for you, because I think that's the only one. Because I think when the Haxx squad, they said to be determined. So we're kind of a mystery for Haxx until we get in there and see who's actually playing. But we can definitely give you the full roster here in just a second. Let's see tonight.
All right, I'm still don't see a response in the captain's chat as to whether or not anyone is streaming. So I'm just going to wait. In the meantime, while you're looking up those rosters, I can go over the entire roster for each team. For the Murdaughs, we got Dizzle, Slugs, Lixie, Biggin. Some of this has changed, so I'm trying to remember.
12, I already got them.
Oh,
yeah,
you
I got that
you
one.
already got all that.
So yeah, you got Dizzle, Slugs, you got 212s, Lixie, Flyboy Pilot, and Z Shid. As well as I don't think you have Dinko on there. Dinko is the oh wait, never mind. Dinko's right beside Flyboy Pilot.
Oh my god, this is an old one. I'm so sorry. I know I updated this, guys. I swear to God I did.
But yeah, we'll see Z, Dizzle, Killer Banana Slugs, Flyboy Pilot, and Dinko tonight from that team. It does look like Haxx has updated their roster. We are going to, well, you can get to Haxx. Yeah, we of course have Dan Solo, Dirt Nasty, and Nate, Nizmac, Padflow, Captain Caveman, The Nuts, Veronica, and Vicky, of course. Tonight, the active roster will be Nizmac, Veronica, Vicky, Dan Solo, and Dirt Nasty. So it should be a very very interesting game.
Let's see.
I thought Dirt figured out how to stream.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to go to. I'm just double checking to see if there's anything live aside from us over on the YouTube. At present, no. I can go over and check on Twitch. If anybody knows in chat as to who might be streaming, please do let us know. Going to be an exciting game, says Crispy. Good luck to both teams. Diverboy, NGR are here. Flyboy Pilot. It's Emma. What's going on? Your boy made it. Yes, 100%. Arab's also in the house. Disgruntled. Puddles. Puddles and I were killing it in another game. Let's see. I was going to check Twitch. Let me get the roster off of the stream here.
Hey, Nizmac is the live. So you want to do Neilmac 6307. It's YouTube.
All right.
Okay, we're already a little behind. Just to kind of fill you guys in, does look like we have a 1-0 on S&D, and it does look like it went to the Murdaughs. So we're gonna get the
link. I'm not finding it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Thank you, kind sir.
Not a problem. All right, while you're getting that up, I'm gonna keep watching.
It's going into the source code here, folks. I'll be with you in a moment.
There are bullets everywhere, guys. I'm gonna give you the old radio description. Oh man, it looks like Haxx has a couple people taken down. They're near this well area. Oh, and it does look like one went to Haxx that time. So we are all tied up here on S&D.
Perfect. We should be in for the next one. For the next round. All right, here we go.
Here we go, folks.
Yeah. Sliding around the tunnels. Coming on B.
Definitely see Niz here. Niz is playing it safe. We're going to see a lot more tactical play from him.
Damn, Bananas looks his main street.
Whereas if you did have Veronica, you would see a little more running and gunning. Does look like Niz has been taken out. Still have the whole team of Murdaughs out there. Only one left from Haxx. This is not looking good for Haxx on this round. But I do believe it is the Deadly Vicky. Oh, and they're able to take her out.
We're good. Kill you.
Sacked.
All right, so we are all good on the home front. The single perspective that we do have is live. Hopefully the audio is adjusted and tempered for your for easy listening.
Yep.
Somebody cover tunnel, somebody cover main street.
Okay, so it looks like Murdaughs are up 1, huh?
I believe so.
Boys down at the well.
They're there already.
Yeah, so we got a 2-to-1 count right now.
I gotta reload too.
Got one on top of the fucking market. He's down. B's clear.
Planting.
Right. Defend.
I'm healing.
One down. B's
Tunnel.
down.
Bombing,
Got
being
one.
safe, got nice cover.
Faking the plant, always a good tactic.
Coming in from the tunnel. 212's got me. He's headed back.
Oh, he's got it planted, but he had beautiful cover by I believe Dirt Nasty went over there by that barrier and wiped that guy out and saved his life.
Nice.
There it is. Well done.
There we are. Another victory, all tied up once again.
Let's
We're
go.
4 rounds in. We've already had the flop. We're going to
got
stay
that
on
quick
this particular position for each team for 2 more rounds. So we'll see if the Haxx team
That's it. Let's go. All right.
B.
get another
Fucking thing
successful
up.
plant
Get
here.
out me way.
One just jumped down today.
Between tunnel.
Exploding pumpkin going to be.
That's what I do, Air. I hack the matrix, man.
Did he just say exploiting pumpkin going to be? Or exploding pumpkin? I don't know what Dirt
Got one
said,
with a
but
grenade.
I love that guy. That guy is hilarious.
I don't have eyes.
I'm here.
We
Pressing,
got another
pressing
plan. It
hard.
looks like we're going to play
Tunnel.
this very
Yeah, I'm watching
similarly.
it.
I'm
watching
here
As
with
Niz
you.
takes this back corner.
Got one in tunnel. There's
Yeah,
one
we'll get
left.
an
There should be
elimination
one
there.
left.
Okay. Okay.
Watch your market.
And this is very hard for anyone
Nice.
peeking from the tunnel. It looks like Haxx take another win.
Fucking love it. Well done.
Now, I don't know if Veronica is... I can assume that she's not dying intentionally, but there is an upside to getting eliminated early in the round. Like, you can provide intel
again?
that you wouldn't otherwise have. We don't have any kind of utility or
let's not get
kill streak in
cocky.
play
Let's go.
right
Yeah,
now,
let's take it
Right.
steady.
or a
Tunnel
perk
there.
that would allow for some
B
sort
again.
of
Tunnel.
I don't know,
One coming tunnel.
eagle eye type
Killer.
of thing.
Yeah, I think what she's trying to do, Wolf, is she's trying to get around and catch them off guard. You know, maybe take out 2 to 3. You know, maybe take out the whole team. But you know, just like you said, you know,
Oh, I'm down. I'm
you
down.
know,
He's got me.
take give for that
He's
is
in
you
the
can
building,
die
in the
early
building,
and get a
building,
nice
one
little
either side of
perspective
it.
for your
Heading
team.
from Fountain.
Oh.
Or you could do what Haxx did right there and just die in one fell swoop. Murdaugh is taking another win. We're all tied up 3 to 3. Wow, this
Hey.
is much
We're
closer.
on defense again.
Well, this is what I was hoping for.
spots
I
to
just
do
didn't want to
everything,
jinx
you know.
either team. You know, I really do think they're evenly matched teams, and this is going to be a good fight.
Like usual, Dirt's going for B.
Middle street's
Now,
clear.
as
Stay
we
away
went
from
through the
the balcony,
stats, it was very evident that both of these
Main
teams
Street's not
perform
clear.
admirably, and they have very similar win percentage
Was-
rate for
Back in the
search and
slide in here,
destroy. So,
ambulance.
as you said, this is kind of what was expected.
Yeah,
I don't know
back-
which
back
way it's
to
going to
two
lean, though,
ambulance.
because it seems
3
like a
ambulance.
reasonable
Okay.
back and forth.
Relax.
One going toward. Sorry.
Nice pick up, seeing if there's anyone in tow.
I'm
Not
down.
able
One's
to pick
coming
him
in. I
up.
took one. One to the
Hiding in the
stairs now.
corner.
No, they're
Didn't pay
waiting.
out well
They're waiting
for Niz.
outside. They're coming for A2.
It's coming to
Yeah,
well.
that's the only problem about
coming
having
out.
corners. You know, if you
There's another
take one
one coming
out,
out. Some
you're going to
three
need to
A,
move
go to
pretty
A, guys,
quickly. If,
go to A.
especially if they're
One's on the
running in
balcony.
pairs or you know threes. That's typically how you want to run in S&D. Is you know
He's picking
try
it
to
up.
keep 2 people
He's
together.
gonna try to pound the
You know,
ground.
if you know where the bomb's
One's
good
gone to the
at,
fountain.
you want to go in force. You know, power and numbers type thing.
It's okay.
But it unfortunately not able to pull it home there. So the Murdaugh's up 1 to 3.
Puddles, I understand math hurt. I understand math hurts your head. I don't mean to put you to sleep, but
Dirt to B
you could
again.
you could just listen to the things other than the numbers.
Math, but I mean, we're not talking any math. What math were you talking about?
Just simple percentages.
Oh, okay.
You under fire there?
Well, I mean, it's not like you're breaking out the
Two-
fractions. If
two
you break out
internal.
the fractions, I'm just like, I look at you dead-eyed. I'm like,
They are there.
why
Yeah,
are you
they're on
talking
B.
fractions
They're
right
gonna
now?
plant on B.
One's in the
Niz
fountain.
left all alone
Oh,
to
that's
go up
watching
against
Main
the
Street.
entirety of
Two
Murdaugh's
times in
and
fire in the main
failed.
street. Serious lag. I died. Coming down Main Street now.
And leaves Victoria left all alone to
One
try to
down,
take
Victoria.
out the Murdaugh team. It does look like there are a few eliminations, but cannot overcome the remaining 4.
All right,
She
let's
does
break
trade
it
with
down.
1, but that's going to bring Murdaugh's within point
It's
match.
okay.
And all they need is
Bear
We're
on the
one
US
more
server
win.
and we got,
They
I got
take home
hammered
the
down
first
from
S&D.
this Some time difference. Yeah.
Math and stats are kind of, I don't want to say they're synonymous, but they kind of go hand in hand a little bit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you kind of got to know your math to do the stats.
You dingo.
Just a little bit. It looks like they're pushing on well here, and here's Niz trying to do the same thing, but now he's up
Yeah,
against
they go
3.
right. Yeah.
Right.
There's 3 in the
It's just
marketplace.
too many.
3 in the-
I don't
It's
really
museum.
like that spot.
One's
It
laid-
paints yourself
one's
too
laid
much
down
into
at
a
A,
corner.
planted
I
at A.
like to have at least a
one.
180-degree field view.
Behind the truck. Behind the truck. One's on the balcony.
Dan solo.
There's one in front of you,
behind the
Dan.
truck, seeing if he can get one through the windows. He cannot.
Dirt, one on the balcony.
And there it is. Haxx are going to lose the first search and destroy
You guys
against the
did good calls.
Murdaughs.
Very good calls, guys.
That's going to put
Mm-hmm.
the pert. That's going to
You
pert
did.
the Murdaughs up 1.
What you talking shampoo for, man? What,
GG's,
we're,
guys.
we're in Alvo, man. We're not talking about Perk Plus.
Man, Wolf can't English. He can math, but he can't English. Put it in binary code, please. Yeah, so with Nizmac's position, I was going to say something very similar along the lines of what you're saying, where sitting in that particular corner, you're kind of opening yourself up. Like if you're going to sit in that corner in search and destroy, you have to operate under the assumption that there's going to be at least one other person behind the person running in the ahead, right? So taking out the person in the lead is the last thing you want to do. You want to wait for as many to go by, provide necessary comms, and then try to eliminate the ones who are in the caboose, and then slowly from behind eliminate everybody while allowing the rest of your team to take out the conductor of this train.
Oh man, you just reminded me of this old World War I movie.
Yeah.
Sergeant York. He actually, like, in that movie describes like taking out turkeys, and you never want to take the lead turkey down because then all the other turkeys will see the guy go down and they'll all fly away.
Mhm.
So you want to start at the back and work your way up to the front. So exactly what you're saying. Like, yeah, you want to try to, if you're gonna hide for long enough to where you can get more than just one.
Yeah, yeah. And if you're going to sacrifice yourself, if you actually have their back and you're able to take out a couple before you get eliminated, I mean, you're already giving your team player advantage. In that particular spot, I hate sitting in that corner for search and destroy for that exact reason. If you know they're going to take the route towards Green Hall or museum or train station, whatever you guys want to call it. I know everybody's got their own call outs for it. But if you want to hold Green Hall entrance, I like actually sitting at the top of the stairs. That way it gives me freedom to evade all the way to my right and rotate back around and still protect the point without sacrificing myself. When you're stuck in the corner like Niz was, you only have one direction to go. And that's this 90-degree angle that it creates. So instead, give yourself an opportunity to get out. You want an escape route. And in that case, Niz just didn't give himself that.
Well, and you also, I mean, you know, we're kind of forgetting about some of the other players. Maybe they weren't positioned correctly, because if you have the right positioning, if you have somebody up on that balcony, just kind of peering through the opening of the door to the balcony from the museum or train station, whatever you want to call it, that person can take out anybody that's coming from the left.
True.
Niz can cover zigzag, and you got it on lock. But again, you just gotta, you gotta work well together and make good call outs.
There were a couple scenarios to that exact point where someone was up on the terrace there, and it looked like they were trying to position right behind the garbage can. That's right to the immediate left outside of that opening there. They unfortunately were eliminated. So perhaps that
Well,
was
that's what we're on about.
You
Half
guys-
point.
the point at which
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
fell
yeah.
apart.
Just as a math.
Guys might-
Yeah, it's one thing to get out there on that balcony, but every time I do, it's just you're just a huge sitting target right there.
Yeah.
So you really want to just make your body as least visible as possible, and you do that by kind of just peeking in from that or peeking out from the inside of the museum.
It's the pits.
All right, as we get this next round underway here on Hardpoint in Industrial, I want to give a shout out to Shell and Chad. Thank you so much for coming on in and tuning in. And of course,
Yep.
Arab saying
I
good
see one
game,
down.
good
Coming
game.
solo, coming solo.
Absolutely was a good game.
Direction.
Yeah.
It's down in this very interesting part of the map.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah,
interested
yeah,
about
tower.
this. Cannot
Very
wait.
interesting.
There's a fish tattoo.
I think the cat's out of the bag a little bit.
A little, maybe a little, but
Got one down.
let's
Maybe a little. So like if we're saying
One's in the
something
crate.
that sounds like there's an
Moving.
implication there,
Z.
just check out
Okay.
Discord. If you're not in the Discord already, what are you doing?
Inside the
Hold on,
building,
let's get
second
you that
floor.
Discord
I'm
link
on my
and
way.
let
Inside
O'Doyle.
the building.
Vicky.
I'm in it.
But there's a couple there already. Watch
I'm
out.
in.
It does
I'm
look
in.
like. Yep. So it is in the middle building. This is a very hard one to hold on the second story of the middle building. Lots of little nooks and crannies for
Down.
people to
He's in
camp.
that.
Catwalk building.
Typically, you want to just have one in this room. You know, have one on each of these balconies, and have one overlooking. From the other side from the balcony there. But
Yeah, 12
it
is
does
in.
not look like they were able to get that pulled off right there.
I can't fucking kill anyone.
Yet to see a score. It is 19 to.
Okay, it's
Look a
neutral.
little bit to the left. No, missed it.
Now there's a lot of contention happening on the points, which is nice to see. But I got a feeling the Murdaughs have taken a slight lead. I'm seeing more red on occasion than green. So it looks like they have 21 points, gathered a few more. Hopefully at some point we will see that
Ground floor.
yellow side.
I'm in.
Oh, it's beyond. I know where it is.
There it is.
Oh, I'm there. There's one
Watch
coming.
room coming
your
to
left,
it.
Big.
Industrial is such a great map for hardpoint, in my opinion.
Just keep
there
getting
are
in it,
some
guys.
points at which you are exposed.
There's
to
two of them going for the balcony.
47.
Two of them are going for the
Is what
balcony.
Murdaugh
So
is.
watch
Still
out.
close
go for both.
match. Still a close match.
One's in.
We're
then
within
there-
30 points.
And then there are points that are just so
lost
perfect
audio
to
on the
hold,
left-hand
particularly in that
fucking side. What
central
the hell?
building location. A lot of people's favorite.
Down.
And Haxx they didn't find much success in the building. We'll see on the exterior points if they
Got balcony
find
guy.
greater success. Someone up
down.
there on the prison walk, that was a
Come on.
great spot to hold, actually.
I'm here. I need help.
Yeah, coming.
I'm
He's
there.
having a
No, I'm
59,
down.
I
Big
believe.
Coast took me
Because
out. He's
Haxx
coming
still
down.
behind
yeah,
quite a
Fat Boy's
bit
coming
here.
in as well.
I'm headed for the balcony.
Kind of in the middle.
Don't forget how.
Quick
how
little
high is the
pro tip, by the way, if you want to get to this point from the stairs there, you can actually get to the top
moving?
of those stairs and you can hop
They're
over the
up 35
railings and you'll be able to
points.
reach the other side. That way you don't have to take the route we saw Nismax
Titties.
take, which
Titties.
takes another like 2 seconds or so.
He's down.
Remember, the parkour in this game, the mobility
I'm here.
is so
Coming in.
crucial
Coming up the stairs. They're coming up the
in getting
stairs.
to locations quickly.
Oh, 100%.
One down, two down. I need help. I need help. They're
I'm
coming.
on.
Oh,
in
it is
from the big-
underneath the chemical reaction vessels. That one's for you, Herb.
Really struggling on this server.
This point, I would say, out of all the points on this map, is quite possibly the hardest one to hold. I believe that one, and you know the one that's kind of on to the Niz's left, right there on that main walkway.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are.
100 pieces.
That central
100%.
lane coming from this these reactor
Oh, fuck, I'm blind.
balls.
Sorry.
Can I say that? Is that?
Grenade out.
I mean,
is that where?
See you again.
I mean,
balls,
Towers.
memories. I don't know. I don't know how you can. What's the politically correct word?
Okay, see,
Oh,
it's
goodness.
On the opposite side.
I'm
Yeah.
joking over here.
Yeah.
19,
But yeah, that central lane is a real pain to hold, man. Like, there is plenty of cover right here where we see Niz engaging the enemy. This spot can be held. There's plenty of
Got him.
cover,
Yeah,
but
you
at the
got
same time,
I was
still
just
someone in there.
you can easily be knocked off
Get in there,
of
guys.
the perch
Yeah.
with just a few grenades, even a well-placed flash
down.
flash grenade. Now they have taken Murdaugh
Turret,
off the
mate.
point,
Turret in
but
the
aren't
street, turret in
able
the
to
street.
retake. Murdaughs are right back on it. This is
hanging out. I got him.
proving
Stupid
to be very
cocksucker. Go,
difficult,
go, go, go.
unfortunately, for the Haxx.
Just lay down at the crates.
Alright, I got this. I'll take care of the turret.
It's moving. Should be moving, no?
64 to
40 behind.
some yellow score. Could not see.
Yeah, they're over.
Two grenades out. We're
Yeah, we
done.
got it.
There it is.
His
Hold on, what's
neck.
coming from the front?
Holding the
It's-
point. Had to reload. Unfortunately, got
Bottom of
caught
Outside the
in the
building.
midst of that.
Try and get on the
12.
balcony if anybody's
Credit for
close.
that elimination, and Murdaugh looking to try to take it back.
Oh,
It's
it's in the-
rotated
in the
down
office,
towards
in
this
the
little
office.
office space. I don't even really
Coming
know
from
what
titties,
it
coming
does
from
look like
titties
an
now.
office space. Could be a minor
both
conference room, no big
directions.
table, but
Dinko spawned near me.
I hate it
Get in,
when
get in,
holding
get
this
in.
point, someone throws
I was
in
there.
some
Sorry,
maulers,
guys.
man.
I got
So-
one down. Couldn't get both.
Limit your mobility so much.
I've got it. Cover the doors, guys. Cover the doors.
Cover doors. Everybody outside. Watch outside.
Fuck.
He goes down outside. Let's go out.
Nice shot. Oh my
Shoot
gosh.
out.
You
I'm
actually
down. It's
Get
open.
inside.
pinged someone
Okay,
right off the
one,
top of the
one.
stairwell up to the
1980.
Oh, I'm there.
Easy, bro.
Fuck's sake.
So we do see Haxx making a little bit of a comeback.
They're in it. One in the bush.
I don't think this will necessarily go for time.
Two in the ponds.
We haven't had enough contesting here for
Still
that
in
to be the case.
Don't
Ooh,
go.
this is not looking good for Haxx. They need to get
Right,
those guys
back at
out
the
of
end
this
of the lane
point.
again.
Luckily that switches.
two
Hopefully
coming.
somebody can clean them up. Oh, he just couldn't clean them up.
I mean, I'm dead. Oh no, I got him.
Shell, I hope
up
you
on the
feel
balcony.
better soon.
He's on the
I
top of the
appreciate you
balcony.
being here despite feeling unwell.
I'm in now.
Stay in.
You're a true
Bananas
Alvo tier.
coming, coming from the
Two
opposite
coming
side.
in.
Man, that
Bananas
prison
hurt
walk, man, that
though.
prison
Two
walk.
in.
It is such a
Flyboy's
tough
down.
spot to knock someone off of.
She's in the
It's
middle.
such a good perch, especially if you're trying to keep people off the point. Now,
the back.
Haxx really have to be careful with how many people they have on the point. You gotta have one person on it, maybe one or two in close proximity to it to
Nice.
hop back on
Well
it
done,
if their
Veronica.
teammate's
That was a
eliminated,
nice flash.
and then a couple others on the
in again.
outskirts playing the deathmatch game.
Green Prince is on there.
I think that's really where they're kind of failing here. You know, you saw the one little point in the office. You had 3 inside that office. That is no reason for that. You can have
How's it going?
one laying down in the bushes outside and have a couple guys up there on the top covering it. One on the chemical reaction vessel, one on the prison walk.
Oh, you jacked me.
You know,
Damn it.
they may lose it because of that. We got 162 to 92.
Alright, I'm gonna get
But yeah,
the
they
now.
definitely haven't used the perimeter player yet. You know, I think Veronica is trying to play that role, but it, you know, you can't do it alone. You got to
I'm
have
on
at
the titty
least 2
side, I've
perimeter
covered them.
players.
The game is
Speaking of which,
glitching out like a
Nizmac
crap,
is
so win.
putting in some work right here in this tucked under corner, right underneath the reaction
Down.
Okay, we got the green.
things.
Blind.
All right, I'm not saying they're titties. They're titties. That's what everybody calls them.
On the left.
We got it. Keep going, keep
That's
going.
what, that's what we're just gonna call them.
Killing him from the
I mean, they could be big balls too. If you're a lady, you don't like them being called titties, you can call them the balls. I don't care. Like
I think
everybody
everybody
knows
will-
what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think everybody will understand exactly what
We
you're
got
going
him. We
for
got him.
there.
Let's go. Let's go. Hold it down.
Fire.
Hold it. No, I'm under fire.
I'm dead.
All right, they do look like they do have this held. They're not doing too bad this round. On this one, they did not do bad at all.
1 point.
No,
To the
they
end of
held
the
the
road
pit
again.
very, very well.
Watch the balcony.
Got
God
12.
damn it, I ran into sludge grenade.
Oh, balcony.
Now, see, I would definitely play somebody on top of the roof here. I would be getting somebody on that roof and looking down, you know, and at least one on the prison
Line
wall.
down. That's it.
It's down.
Yeah, and you got to be really
down.
careful. Like I see Nizmac trying to push this site on a regular basis.
I need help.
Like every time it's
Fast as we
rotated
can.
over, he rotates towards the back and never sits behind cover. He just kind of sits out in the open and tries to pick people off.
Shit,
At least get behind the boxes or something. Like you got to protect
down.
yourself when engaging the opponent,
They're in it,
especially
they're
because
in,
there
they're
is
in.
cover. You got that
It's okay.
tank. You got that stack of
Grenade,
concrete
grenade.
bags.
As long as it's
Like
fucking
there's
yellow,
plenty to hide
we're
behind
good.
if you're holding the point
Not
here.
even yellow.
But coming from that direction that Nizmac is, there's hardly anything except for the
Grenades in.
boxes
He's
right
hurt.
across
He's
the
hurt real
opening.
bad.
Like Wu-Tang, you got to protect your neck.
Come on, guys.
187,
Been posted on
188.
the- it's
Yeah, I
down.
always, you know, that's one of those things you just got to be body aware, know where your head's sticking up. You know, typically I like to just leave my head if I can, just so I have just enough room to see.
Just the tip.
You know, yeah, just the tip. That's what she said. But you know, you also want to be careful about laying down in
Oh, God,
corners.
still
You
up
know,
on that top
again,
balcony.
because sometimes your body will clip through just a little bit, and they'll know where you're at.
I'm down, but I've got zero.
So you just always got to be body aware, just like in real life. You know, you're like not completely, but you know, it's one of those things that I think
Outside the
will
office.
improve with time. But
Could you
yeah,
imagine in real life you're
if you're,
going
like, just-
prone and you're like sticks.
Calm down.
It's a glitch in the Matrix.
Get in it.
They've got 3 seconds and it's theirs.
so good.
Boy, oh boy, wars would be held so differently. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, no buildings. We can't have any buildings. We just need rocks.
It's not
Because Johnny, his leg keeps clipping
Come on,
through.
baby.
He kept failing in basic training.
I'll tell you, you know, you possibly actually see a lot less casualties, you know, because a leg wound is not fatal. If you get a tourniquet on that sucker, you're good to go.
Oh,
There's one in there. One,
It's
two in there. Two in
173
there.
to 198. A couple more seconds, and
I'll tell you, Haxx pulled it back. They have made it a lot closer game than what I thought it was going to be. Now, you know, I'm trying to look at it. It does look like now. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to make a call right now. I think you're going to see a very different game come the second round. Once they switch sides, I think we're going to switch to the UK server, and I think you're going to see a lot different play from Haxx.
yeah, in looking at the death rate, or sorry, the kill rate of between the two teams, the lowest number of kills were on Murdaugh's was by Zshit with 25 eliminations, whereas over on the Haxx, if I could see that, I couldn't see it because I'm too
16.
slow. 16.
16.
So it's
But again,
it's
this
9
is
points.
not about this one is not about kills. I mean, it does add up to it if you can
Right.
get some kill streaks in, but this one is more about getting in and holding the point. And I just feel like that you did not see enough perimeter play by the Haxx team there. Once they kind of started doing that and clicking, they obviously came back.
right.
You know that.
And I always bring this up, and now I only mention the kills because the next mode we are going into is team deathmatch, and I always feel like this could be, may not be true all the time, but it could be a foretelling of how team deathmatch is going to go. We have seen that in the past, where a team who underperforms in the KDR in hardpoint underperforms in the KDR in team deathmatch. This could be completely different though, whereas the Haxx are trying to play the point as opposed to the eliminations. That very well could be the case, and we could see a completely different game here in team deathmatch. But it is at least worth noting that if that continues to be the trend, Haxx are in for a beating here on team deathmatch.
Oh, I mean, I was calling that at the beginning of the round. Like, you know, this is
Yep.
one of the things that I'm telling you. TDM is this team's strong point. There are lots of great free for all players. That's mostly all they play. And you know, on a town or on a map like Town, you get everybody running.
with
You
these
start ping ponging those guys back and forth. And if you're just a faster shot like these free for all players are, you're not going to stand much of a chance.
Top of the house.
Come on, Dirt.
Yeah, they're bound to be on top of the house.
Sure.
I hope
Mark.
Haxx proves me wrong. I hope they prove me wrong, but we're going to find out.
On the roof.
Grenade up.
Now, despite it being a team deathmatch, we're seeing Haxx move extra cautiously. They absolutely want to try to overtake the house,
Middle level.
as it is a natural hard point. If you can hold this, you have control
two of
over
the patio.
multiple levels of this map.
One
But,
coming in the
of
house.
course,
From
Murdaugh's are
behind,
not going to make that an
from
easy
behind.
Now, see, against this team, what I would try to run is you would always have another player with you, because you know if you run into one of these guys, they're a very good shot. They can take out 2 people very easily.
Not good for us, I'm guessing.
But you know, if you have those 2 people shooting at them, you know, it's you got a
Go
little bit
tunnel,
more of
stay
an
on the
advantage.
ground.
But yeah,
If
if
the
you have
target's
just one
outside.
person, you don't have much of a shot against these guys.
Yeah.
You know, I did say 2 people with you, but
We
no,
may
if
fuck
if
out the
it's
roof.
just you trying to run and gun against a team
I'm in
like
the
this,
tunnels, heading for the
you're really not
garage.
going to stand much of a chance. You need to run in pairs,
Oh, you fuck.
and then maybe have one, you know, just giving kind of Overwatch.
They're watching
Yeah,
the
there's,
tunnels as
there's
well.
a 10-point gap right now between the Murdaughs and Haxx. Haxx with only 3 eliminations.
Explosives in the middle.
But they could easily turn this back around. They are at the sandbags
the roof.
location. This is never a position that you truly
another one,
want to
3 down.
hold. It leaves you a little bit exposed. You do have that foliage, but it doesn't provide you any
Where we're going?
any shield of any sort. And the
Coming to our
tower is,
spawn. He's at the
I would say
sandbags.
the
Sandbags
tower
come
is
back to
nice
that.
to sit at if
We've
you
got
have
to
someone
use the
who's got
tunnels.
really
We
good
can't
aim,
stay out here,
very
we just get
quick at your
slaughtered.
shots.
But watch out for
But-
throwing grenades.
Or if
You
you can
are
get up there, if you can't get up there, like they got that'll knock down. As you saw that Niz just got eliminated from the rock there. So really, I would say their only bet is to everybody push through that tunnel, get under the house,
I'm in the
come
boiler
up through the garage, and take that house. That's really what they need to do. They need to flip the spawn.
So be careful. Garage. Garage.
There's one.
Got one.
Down.
Elimination
This-
pushes
on the solar
up,
panels.
It's taken out. They only have 8 eliminations to, I think, 20-something of the
Influence is
Murdaughs.
covered
I
there.
briefly
Exit.
caught a glimpse.
Killers in the boiler room. Killers coming. Yeah. Boiler room, bottom of the stairs.
8 to
In the
24.
boiler room. One's on the roof still.
Yeah.
What in the fuck is that bullshit?
Interesting choice. Every time I've seen that.
Right,
Well,
everybody to the
they
house.
did
Let's
get
go
out
to
there. They
spawn
got
swap.
somebody on the roof. Now this is the time
the
they
top
need to
floor.
push and flip that spawn.
Going through the tunnels to the house.
Not fast
One's
enough.
truck. One's at the truck.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, tunnel.
One's at helicopter.
Spawn switched.
Yeah.
How
Right.
the fuck did you
Got
shoot
big
me
kill.
from that?
Fuck.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, that's just
We're
spawned
down by
in the
half.
house.
I know.
Definitely starting to hear a little frustration on the Haxx team.
No, the helicopter in the tent.
Flash in, fire
Got
out.
big kill.
Now, this is probably what I would try to do personally in here. I would push somebody over to the left
they're outside the
towards
front of
that
the house.
transport
Yeah.
truck. Get them behind that transport truck and start picking them off as they come forward to the middle canopy. And you know, even if they try to push around the sandbags from the tower.
It's a great spot. I mean, you can lay prone. There's some foliage back there, you know, some shrubbery that you're able to hide behind, and it's a very dark corner. So if you have the right model selected,
Okay,
you got yourself a really nice post there.
Yeah, you wouldn't try to box them in right now. Maybe even climb that tree beside the house. You know, because Murdaughs are filling their salt right now. They're running and gunning. They're gonna keep pushing over up top. They're not gonna probably retreat to the tunnel and try to come around behind you.
He's taking a peek. Able to get an elimination. Hurt himself. Retreats back towards the driveway. Really
Very
good
smart.
position. Good movement.
Help! Okay.
As long as he does not push too far, you know, typically you don't want to get past that middle rock.
Move me out of the way.
If you get past that middle rock, you have a chance of flipping the spawn, and then your teammates are going to be cussing you because you're going to have people spawn in the backyard.
Yeah, down.
You know what, NGR? I enjoy the bush. Okay. I don't like bush light, but I enjoy,
Behind the boiler on the roof.
enjoy the
Medical
bush.
10, medical 10. Medical 10.
Puddle, she is
There's one
not
there at the
Hail
house.
Mary
10,
or
2 to 10.
Beetlejuice. She's a lovely lady, and she may be busy
I
tonight.
don't understand. I'm getting.
I know that she's gonna, you know, she is getting close to that time where she's gonna be opening up the pool. I'm not saying that that's the time right now. It is a little bit cold where she is, I believe. So opening up the pool right now, not in the cards, but we got a score of 54 to 34, 20-point difference. Murdaugh is still with a heavy lead. This is going to be rather difficult for them to come back. Of course, all they do is need like a couple of team wipes, and they've closed the gap significantly, but they're having a hard time with that. I think it's more so related to what we've been kind of alluding to this whole time, is that's position.
Helicopter laid down.
Karen is one of those people. She's been around longer than amateur hour commentary has
waiting
been
in the
around
orange car, a couple of
in
them.
terms of like following me
One
and
of the second balcony.
following this channel.
Okay.
So yeah, she's something special and she's fun.
I got him. I got him. Got him. Thank you. Good call.
So looking for those extra eliminations.
Oh.
Haxx really desperate at this point. They finally overtake
We're not down by
House.
too much. We can do this.
Gotta try to evade that grenade. Shooting out of the third story window, or
Front of the
sorry, the second story window.
Yeah.
Watch your back.
They're the tunnel
Third
as well.
story.
Watch my front.
I can't count, guys. Apparently I can't math, I can't English. There's something going on with me today. We're just gonna ignore it. And then we'll clip it later and play a little game of what did Wolf say?
I just saw him.
Still at the tunnel, mate.
But they
And I do believe he does have a bayonet on, Chell. From what I'm seeing, it does look like one's attached. He just, you know, maybe he's using one of those gun stocks. Of course he is. Yeah, he's on a PlayStation. So he's using the aim controller. I don't know. It's just you got to be able to hold that stock at the right angle, and be able to whip it up very quickly, especially if you know you got somebody above you. You want to, you know, let them ride that for a little bit.
I mean, maybe he could do the Black Mario wiggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he could. I still do not know how Mario gets like, you know, the headshots he does while he's shaking his gun like that.
Timing, practice, I don't know, man.
Yeah, mad props to him for being able to do that, because that is not me. You know, and yeah, I heard Mystery is able to play with a dual shock controller.
Yep, I don't understand how, but she does.
But she kills at doing it. So I mean, it's just amazing all the different controls and styles of play that this game allows for. You know, you can be that camper, you can be that running gunner, you can be the guy hopping all over the map, sliding all over everywhere. You know, it matches anybody's play style.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of losing that gunfight there. I think does get an even trade with Flyboy, but with only 3 seconds left on the clock, this is going to close out the first half of tonight's event. Another win going to Murdaugh, and man, this is a bit more of a landslide, at least for now. We'll see how things turn out in the second half, but Murdaugh is really
So,
putting on a
we're
show,
gonna do a
man.
service
This
on
is a
the server, guys.
completely different
I'll
team
set it up
than
and
what
see.
we saw at the start of the season.
Oh, definitely.
You know, we've said hi to everybody that we can see in terms of the chat, but there's a chat that we don't, a couple of chats that we don't actually really get to see, and that's over on TikTok and Facebook. There have been well over 300 people who have at least stopped by on TikTok, so thank you all for tuning in. If you're still here, thank you for staying here. Hopefully you guys hit that follow button and you guys follow this channel here on Alvo TikTok. Now, we are Amateur Hour Commentary. We're kind of a separate entity, but we've been doing coverage for VR esports since 2019. And Alvo has been a hot ticket item on our list. I, for one, have been assisting with Alvo since 2019. O'Doyle is also an alpha tester himself. So we are very much involved with the game. And we love where the game's going, and we see what the future looks like, and it's beautiful. So we're very excited to not only provide this coverage that was set up by the community, by the way. This is all community run, so shout out to everybody who has participated, organized it, and has joined these streams. This wouldn't be nearly as exciting without all of you putting in the work. But if you like what you're seeing, be sure to follow the Alvo TikTok channel, because we got No Man's Plan over here also doing a lot of great video work, putting up some really cool clips. Be sure to follow so that when we have some new stuff to share, you'll be right there to see it. You know, for all those over on Facebook, I did put up a link earlier on regarding how to join in on the chat. All you have to do is connect Restream to your Facebook page, and you'll be able to join the chat, and we'll be able to see it. And you know, you can get in on the action and start messing around with some of the people who are frequent flyers to this channel.
Hey, Neil, have a good night, bro.
Yeah, this man, he's like, I got work in like 4 to 5 hours. It's like, geez Louise.
That's what Haxx is saying. That's the reason you don't really see them, you know, kind of taking their time through this. I know a lot of them are from the UK, and they're thinking, man, it is late here. You know, it's getting to be almost midnight there. So I know they're definitely ready to get this going. Oh, we got Move Master Mick. What's up, brother? How you doing?
This man came in and he co-casted with me during your match, and I tell you, like, I knew he was a character like from way back in the beta days, but boy, was he just
He's great, but no, he's great. Like, he freaking killed it. I know he's like, oh, I just did it. No, he killed it. Like, I mean, he put me to shame. Like, I'm just like,
he's just a character, man. He's just a character. He's got his own personality type that just lights up the room in ways, and he's got this spunk, this wittiness that is I don't know, it's just gold, man. I'm not a very witty person. I'm not a very funny person unless I'm messing shit up. But he just comes out with gold. And it's great. So it's always nice having faces, new faces on the stream. It was a pleasure, and I know he's going to be casting your other match, which we'll be advertising hopefully soon.
yeah, I've been talking to Mario. I think Mario's trying to talk to the team and get it all set up so we can start promoting this thing. And yeah, if we could get everybody's help in the community once we get this put together, if you guys could share to everybody you know, let everybody know about it, put it on all your socials. You know, we're trying to get as many eyeballs on Alvo as possible, because personally, I think our biggest problem is, you know, people don't know the game exists. They don't know Call of Duty is in VR right now.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it's the best parts of Call of Duty. You know, it's not the ultra huge maps that you're running around for hours trying to find somebody. You know, it's the tight shipment style maps, you know, maybe a little bit larger. So it's, you know, it's one of those things where I think if Call of Duty players can see it, they're going to run into like instant nostalgia, and just they're going to fall in love with the game, because how could you not? It's Call of Duty in VR. You're in that world.
And to be more specific, it's old school Call of Duty. The new school Call of Duty, there's a lot of questions about the direction that they're taking it. But if you're talking about old school Call of Duty, like, you know, Modern Warfare 2, 3, and then you got the Black Ops generation, like all that with the smooth, quick movement, with the great gunplay, and the great use of utility. Yeah, that's where this game sits, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's just it's the best parts of Call of Duty. It's none of that, weird stuff that kind of turns you off about Call of Duty. It's, the guns don't kick all around like crazy, things. It's more of a, personally, I think it's more of a skill-based game.
Mhm.
If you can get the reaction time, you can get that red dot on the head, and you're going to win. You're going to win the fight, no matter the ping. If you can get there and start shooting, sometimes maybe even around the corner like you used to have to do in Black Ops.
Mhm.
It's just I just love this game. I can't say it enough, and I just want everybody, more people, and everybody to know about it, because I really don't think I really still don't. I think it's flying under the radar. I really do.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. There's not enough. What I would say, there's not enough like YouTube creators that are in on the news. They're not in the Discord paying attention to what's up and coming for Alvo. And I encourage anyone who does watch this to kind of send this their way. Show them like, here's the potential, here's what's happening, and here's the new stuff that's coming out. And there's so much on the way. Man, I wish we could tell you guys of what we know. But there's a lot of really good stuff, and I'm excited to see where this game goes. And the upside to like this, for anyone who does like Call of Duty, like this is right up your alley. But at the same time, I also want to point out that for anyone who enjoys CS:GO, this is going to feel very similar as well, because a few of the maps are kind of designed after that, and also the way the maps are designed are similar to how they're designed in CS:GO. I think in particular because there's a lot of inspiration taken from it. But the time to kill is also very different in Alvo as compared to its other games in this genre. The time to kill is relatively quick comparatively. And personally, like I prefer that. If you see first, shoot first, you should win the fight. If you see first, shoot first, and lose the fight, I feel like there's might be a little bit of an issue going on there. So if you're looking for a nice, fast game with a quick time to kill and really cool gadgets you can play with various game modes to choose from, I mean, what better game than Alvo?
And the devs are actually active. Like, try to talk to Activision. Try to talk to anybody at that
Get a
studio.
robot.
Try to talk. Yeah, you won't even get a person. I mean, you probably won't even get a robot. They're not going to give you the Chat GPT robot. Did you know? I read something today on that Chat GPT stuff. Supposedly, every 30 to 40 questions, the Chat GPT computer has to drink a bottle of water to keep itself cool. So
Jeez Louise.
yeah. So that thing is just guzzling water to keep itself cool. But yeah. Anyways,
God Almighty. So we
just
did give
random tidbits.
we
Go ahead.
did we did give a shout out to TikTok, to Facebook, and here's another area that we haven't given a shout out to because we're not often in this space. But Big Screen, man, what up, Big Screen? What up, everybody in the audience? How's it
Hey,
going?
thanks to Diver. Diver, thanks for setting that up, bro. I think honestly, Diver has brought some fans to Alvo through Big Screen. I mean, why aren't we doing more of that? I think we ought to have a few more players set those up, because like, what a better place to show people Alvo,
Yeah.
people that are already in VR.
Yeah,
So
I agree. I mean, it's a great, if you enjoy virtual space, if you like social things in the virtual space. See, I'm not one to necessarily go to big hubs like that. However, I did spend time on venues to watch some Onward matches and some Pavlov matches, and like that's fun because VRML, they're another casting group. They have this relationship with venues, and so before this AHC became, well, I don't want to say as big as it is, but bigger to the point where it's at now, we were just kind of like little fish. I would go in there and I'd check it out, and man, what an experience it was sitting in a theater watching some awesome esports action. I mean, it was just a really cool experience. Now, I'm not one person to hang out in something like a social sector, but if you are and you enjoy VR that much that you want to be in that space, man, what a cool option Big Screen is. When I first entered Big Screen, I was like, wow, like just what they allow you to do. You could pick the space that you're in. You can have it at a theater. You could be in outer space. You could be in someone's pad. You could, like, there's so many different environments you can go to. You can mute people, which is always a nice function. Please, everybody have the ability to mute people. But it's just really cool. So big shout out to Big Screen, big shout out to Diver, and everybody who's actually in the audience. Appreciate you. What's up, Gifton? How's it going? Yeah, man, the player base. You gotta listen, man. You gotta pay attention. All right. This game has been sat on by a lot of people. And I'm telling you, so many more have picked it up. It is across multiple platforms. It is cross-play, and it is probably one of the most stable cross-play games I have played in a long time. You got Pico, you got Quest 2, you got the PSVR 1, you're going to have the PSVR 2, there's going to be a PC, and it's all going to be cross-play, man. Everybody's going to be in on it. Doesn't matter what you have. If you're like, man, I can't afford a PSVR 2, it's okay. It's okay. You can still play Alvo. It's still going to be running, man. We're all going to be playing together. We're all going to be joining. We're going to have teams that are from various platforms. We actually have a very special event coming up in the near future, and it's going to be a PSVR-based team against a Quest-based team. That's exciting.
Yeah, maybe we can get Zuck down here and the head of Sony, and maybe we can get him, like that South Park episode. Maybe we get him to duke it out, like.
So yeah, I'm excited for the future. And I'm really excited for that final event. And it's so cool that we're getting into so many people's ears at this moment because we're over on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Big Screen. So I mean, I wish we could see some of the comments come in from it. Obviously, people in Big Screen are currently using their Twitch or their YouTube to chat. So appreciate you doing that. Wish there was a means that you can somehow incorporate Big Screen into something like this. Maybe I'll look into it, and that'd be fun. Get like an aerial view. Have someone send me a link of their aerial view of everybody in the chat, and we just get a view up on the screen here to see everybody in the room. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, it wasn't. If I'm not mistaken, I thought Big Screen was working on a flat screen app as well, to get people in that way. I think they are. Just like Horizons, I believe, is working on. I mean, I know they keep saying it's coming, but yeah, I do believe Big Screen is working on that.
I mean, if that is true, and I mean, hey, we'll figure out some way to incorporate it and get people in the audience and get some of that audio and get everybody cheering for their favorite team or whatever it may be. Man, really turn this into an experience. I can't wait. That sounds awesome. So the back half, we just finished the first half, and for those who are less familiar with the procession of these matches, there's two halves, and each follow the same procession: search and destroy, hardpoint, then team deathmatch. So far, Murdaughs have come out victorious in the first half in all three game modes, and I would say that it looks as though they started out really strong. Search and destroy was probably one of the closer ones, where it was even most of the way through, and then Murdaughs just kind of finished things up in the end there. Hardpoint, it was definitely going in favor of Murdaughs the majority of the time, but kudos to Haxx for pulling it back, making it much closer than what it was. And then team deathmatch, similar to Hardpoint, Murdaughs were just in the lead the majority of the, if not the entire time, and Haxx they couldn't get their footing, but they did pull it back, get a little bit closer, but the point differentiation was just too large to overcome. We're going to be going.
I think we're just waiting on Z. Yeah, I think we're just waiting on Z to come back. I love Search and Destroy and Hangar. It's such a fun map for Search and Destroy. I mean, you got to be careful about moving, but there's so many different spots. I mean, you can come in the plane and cover both points. You can get on the catwalks. You can stay underneath the plane. But I will say, interesting choice considering. I will tell you, Killer Banana Slugs on Hangar is deadly. He is good at this map. He gets underneath that plane. He shoots feet. He may prove me wrong here, but every time I've played with him on that map, that's usually where he hangs out, is underneath that plane, and he's shooting feet, and he's a killer.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful with people who do that. Like even the people who do that, they go into that situation realizing that they are extremely vulnerable. You are stuck in a prone state most of the time, unless you're talking about in the walkway underneath the plane. Are you talking about that, or are you talking about going prone under the plane? Because people who go prone under the plane.
The walkway, like the maintenance station, like that's the best place to be, in my opinion. If you're going to be in that central warehouse, because you have 4 points of exit and entry, but you can see everything. You can see all around from from the at people's feet. I mean, you're not going to get those headshots, but I mean, who cares if you can shoot their feet enough? They're not going to be able to even see you half the time.
And it's going to cause some panic, right? Like the person getting shot is going to panic just a little bit, and they're going to be like, "Okay, where am I getting shot from?" And seeing someone down in that little workstation area, it's very hard to see them at times, depending on the angle that you're coming from. Now, like you said, there are multiple points of entry into that specific location, but if you've got a quick gun, if you're very quick in turning your head, finding your opponent, you can sit there for an extended period of time.
Yeah, I guess we're waiting on Z. Come on, Z. Let's get you back in here, honey.
If you guys haven't already, on your respective platforms, be sure to give this a like if that's an option. Be sure to subscribe or follow, depending on the platform you're on. And also be sure to share this as well. If you think there are other people who are interested in getting into Alvo or have heard about it and were like, I've never really seen content on it, send them this link, get them involved, get them participating, have them ask questions. O'Doyle and I, we know the answers to a lot of questions, and then there are some answers we can't give, whereas there are other answers that we can give. We spent plenty of time in the game, so we have a lot of know-how. But at the same time, everybody watching in chat is of the same mind. Like they have plenty of knowledge themselves. In fact, some of these people probably have more time spent in the game than I do. And, they probably know many more things than me or O'Doyle might know. All right, no problem, Flyboy. Thanks for coming in and letting us know. We are patient people, and I'm long-winded, so.
See, he's reloading again. Man.
Oh, and I didn't
We
notice.
need to get her some more RAM. What's going on?
I didn't mention this before, so I'm going to give her a shout out now. First of all, if you haven't seen my video about my quarrel with Puddles, go to my YouTube channel and check it out. We're I'm gonna try to have a few more of those, but she gifted a sub over here on Twitch about an hour ago to Sivo Rodriguez. Sorry, I pretty much butchered that. Sivo Rodriguez. So hopefully enjoy the emotes for everyone who's watching on Twitch. If you see like someone in chat with a little microphone next to them, that means that they're subscribed, and there's different tiers to the subscription. So if you've been subscribed to our channel over on twitch.tv/AH commentary, and you see someone with a gold microphone, they've been subscribed for 12 months minimum. And then there's incremental changes. So like every few months, if you stay subscribed, you're going to get a new microphone, and you get some really cool emojis that even our good friend Titch, he created some of those. Just don't point the animated gun at my head. So many people do that. It's kind of not considerate, but you know what? People do it anyway, and I love it. So just be mindful of what you're doing, folks.
Dirt getting funny. I love Dirt.
Karen, what's going on? Welcome. You made it. I don't know how long you've been here. There's something about Streamlabs, man. Like every time I switch account, it allows me to run the stream, but I can't use chat. So then I have to re-sign in to the chat just to use the chat. Now, Streamlabs, can you get your stuff together, man? Like, I don't understand this. If I'm able to sign in and run the stream, I should be able to chat. That just makes sense. It's the best way to use Twitch. Yeah, well, teach their own.
Just use OBS. Come on, dog. Just get with
know.
the OG.
I mean,
Streamlabs isn't bad though. I get where you come from. They do have a lot more kind of interactive stuff you can do over there. It's a little simpler to do, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. OBS is pretty easy too.
OBS is easy. That I ran into an issue when we were when Titch was creating the new system of stream management with the Stream Deck. For something happened with our server and me connecting to the server, and I couldn't access anything. So the entire thing was broken for me. So I have to go back through the process, and he and I just haven't taken the time. After we are done with this season, though, I'm I'm gonna jump back on that and get it corrected, so I don't have to keep switching back and forth. 'Cause then it
Right.
messes up my stuff. Is no fun.
Oh, 100%. Well, it makes it a little complicated too if you were trying to manage two. Come on, Z.
Yeah, she's struggling to get back in.
I
I
think I think they're gonna have to just go with 4.
I wonder if was it mentioned that she was restarting her internet or just the game?
I thought it was
It
just
says
the game.
reloading the game, yeah, and coming back in.
Like I said, it doesn't take that long to reload the game. All right, looks like they're actually gonna start.
With a 5v4? Okay. They're gonna
I would
move in
say
with the
so.
5v4?
I mean, unfortunately, that is what it is at this point. I mean, we've delayed 15 minutes so far. You know, I don't know what happened with Z. Maybe she had a little bit of an emergency or something. But unfortunately, that's just what it is. And I'm going to tell you, from Haxx perspective, I would take every advantage I would get. Uh, you
Yeah.
know, I'm going to say if I'm down by 3, I'm going to say screw it. I need these 3 points. Hopefully, we'll see Z jump back in here shortly. But
Yeah, because she could always re-enter at some point.
oh, 100%.
All right.
Oh, did it put somebody on the other side?
Nope. Nope.
There Z came. All right. They're gonna have to restart it. That's all right. That's all right. But
Okay.
Z did get in. At least we are gonna have a proper 5v5. Hey, what's up, Karen? How you doing tonight? There's Karen. I knew if she said it. Yeah, of course, Puddles. But you know, you don't have to say it 3 times, any specific amount of time. Karen is always going to show up as soon as she sees the live notification. You know, she always tries to make it, from what I've seen, when she can. So.
I mean, let's be honest, Puddles. How many times did you actually say her name? Once? Just saying.
I mean, but she did get us to say it like 3 or 4 times, so maybe.
Oh, she baited.
She baited us.
What a master baiter she is.
Somebody call BB. He's got the trademark on that. Need to pay him his royalties right now.
All right, so we're gonna go back to hangar. Hopefully everything.
So Karen's going with it. She's like, yeah, you say it 3 times, I appear.
I mean, Beetlejuice is an iconic character. I kind of an honor to be.
Is that the same actor? That actor, is that the same actor that's in Home Alone? I can't remember. Like, as the dad.
No. He's this. It's Michael Keaton, I believe, right?
And that's who I was thinking. Okay,
Batman. And he played Batman. Yeah.
Batman. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, very, very different. Very, very different characters.
Oh, 100%.
when I watch Beetlejuice for the first time after watching Batman, I had no idea it was the same person. Not at all. In fact, I'm terrible with names, and everybody knows this. So when they said, "Oh, that's Michael Keaton," I was like, "Yeah," and like, I had no idea. So all I cared about was like that was Batman, that was Beetlejuice, and to me they're different actors, but obviously it was the same actor, just a very good actor. And you say one of the best Batmen? Yeah, I mean, I agree. Absolutely, I agree.
He is Batman.
Batman.
One of the best Penguins, Danny DeVito.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh my god!
He did a great job there. He always plays some weird character. All right, now we got the other team without one. Come on, guys, let's get it together, folks. Who are we waiting on? Dirt. Well, Dirt does have Discord.
All right, now we're waiting on.
They're apologizing. At least they're saying sorry for making us talk so much. My goodness.
You kidding me? I thrive on these moments. I like chatting.
Let's see.
I had over my channel. You were there during a live cast last night, just chatting away, watching a video, just chatting, sharing thoughts. I got plenty on my mind. Don't you guys worry about it.
Oh goodness. Yeah, but come on, Dirt. I'm kind of wondering if something might be happening right here. Where there he is. All right, we got Dirt finally. My goodness. Sorry, I'm getting a little antsy myself. My ADHD's kicking in. I'm just like, well, look, squirrel. There's stuff going on. I'm just like, all right, I better see some shooting here quick.
Oh, Gifton, yeah, Gabba is insane. He's an absolute legend. He's probably got the most hours spent in this game, period, out of anybody on any platform. Dude is an absolute legend. And Arab with a hot take here saying Keaton was good, but Christian Bale's the best, hands down. Oof, it's a hot take. I think he went a little extreme with the Batman voice. He didn't have to go like this. You know,
I think he got a better story. That's all I'll say. I think he got a better backstory, and that's what it all bakes down to. Like, you know, Keaton, he got the, like, I think they might have shown that he had like fallen in like something, or like his parents, but like they really, like, superhero movies have done so way much differently than what they used to be. Like, they would give you like 5 minutes of like, all right, this is how he became Batman, and then they're like, right into the movie. They're like, okay, the Penguin's coming to, like, you know, steal everything. But I mean, you also can't forget that Batman had Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman.
yeah. I mean, if you really look at the different eras of the Batman, you have Michael Keaton in more of, I mean, it wasn't Adam West comic book, but it was more like the animated series. That's kind of where Michael Keaton was sitting. And then you have Christian Bale in the Dark Knight trilogy, and they're very different universes for Batman. I mean, guys, if you were worried about talking about stuff, obviously we've deviated towards Batman. Okay, so we got stuff to talk about. But you know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things. Like, they're just completely different Batman universes. So it's all based on your preference. I personally think, like, despite how good why am I blanking on his name? The Joker, Michael Keaton era. I want to keep saying Nicolas Cage, and it's not Nicolas Cage because that's an insult.
Joker. No, he was. It was Nicholson. Jack
Nicholson. Thank you. See, I was saying Nickel.
Or Nicholas. Nicholson or Nicholas? Which one's the golfer? I can never remember. I always get those two mixed up.
It's Jack Nicholson, and he was a good Joker, but nothing. No one.
Heath Ledger. Yeah, Heath Ledger nailed it.
Gameplay.
He nailed it. I mean, I like Nicholson's performance of it, but no, Heath Ledger was the Joker and still is. I mean, I will give what's his name? You know, he played in The Village and Signs. I cannot remember his name. He was in Gladiator. What's his name as the Joker?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix. He did a very good job at it as well.
On the inside, she's laid down.
All right, we're getting underway here.
I'm trying to get cameras.
Yeah.
Definitely taking it slow, which is not a bad plan here.
I can't even see him. I'm getting shot.
We still have 2 minutes. We're so good.
It's in the
We're
pit.
Yeah.
He's in the pit. There's one by the locker room. One on your
I'm down. There's one on the catwalk. Bomb's dropped.
Getting taken out.
It's in the locker room.
Not looking good. It looks like the Murdaughs have a full team versus 2. Got Dan Solo and Dirt Nasty left for the Haxx team.
From the stairs. One's in front of you.
Dan is a tough customer. When he got taken out.
Coming right for you, mate.
Now, I'll say, if you're going to stay out on this tarmac like that, you should at least be laying down in the prone position. It gives you a little less of a profile, and also you blend into the pavement a little bit more.
Same shit again. Let's go B. Get across quickly.
Unfortunately, Karen, Titch is not here with us tonight, but maybe Wolf is working on that in the background right now.
Catwalk,
Fire
pit.
out in front of the stairs.
Got one.
Titch had to go do some laps. He was playing Michael
Yeah,
Phelps
I'm coming
tonight.
behind him, hopefully. Ah, shit. Killer got me. Still in the pit.
Very interesting. They are playing back off of it. They are not really necessarily going for the plant.
Which is an interesting choice, considering that they haven't really won in the gunfights either.
Yeah, he's over here.
Yeah.
Just try and keep yourselves alive.
Here we see Fimp Logistics. The Fimp was actually the one that designed and created this entire map. That's one of our very talented map creators.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Where
and
is he?
he's a legend. He's done
Oh
so
my.
much good work. He worked even on retreat,
I'm heading the long way around.
and he's he updated and helps
You're the only
improve
one,
some of the
baby.
design for
One's
some
on
of the
the
newer
bomb.
maps.
It's just,
Oh,
it's
where the
just
bomb
you.
will drop the
Absolute
car.
legend.
Yeah, well, I'm at
Coming
the
down the stairs, running towards
bollocks.
you.
Yeah, I'm down.
It does look. My goodness, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna stop calling it in the beginning, or I'll just call in the beginning. I'm serious. I'm gonna call in the beginning, and then you just be like, well, based on my
Let's try and get
historical
past the door if
data,
we can. Hopefully it'll give us a
I'm gonna
different spawn
say the
area.
complete opposite of what
big.
you're gonna say.
Far outside. Watch under the plane, guys.
Don't let me call you as the winner, because you're definitely gonna lose. But I hope not. I think maybe Haxx can pull together, maybe trade a little, or change their strategy up a little bit.
Getting shot at.
But definitely the strategy of playing like back, waiting for them to come for them is
Oh,
not
fuck, I'm down.
working, and it's not going to work. I'll tell you,
There's one under the
the
office.
advantage, at least in my experience, always goes to the runner. If you're moving fast and furious, you're going to get that kill over the person that's just kind of tucked into the wall.
Is he close?
Yeah, Karen. Unfortunately, 2 doctor deaths.
Shit, killer's coming. Where the
By
fuck
B.
is that
So it's no good for
far
us.
Still in the plane,
Yeah.
down. Still in the plane.
Dan Solo trying to
I'm on
fight
fire.
this one out, not able to do
shit.
so, and Murdaugh's. I
Come
mean,
on.
these guys are just looking so incredible, man.
Good signal, they got
3-0.
Yeah.
Granted,
They're
they are
just in
defensive
positions better than
rounds,
we
but
are.
at this point
I think
in
we
the
should wait
first
a
half,
second.
Uncle
Haxx
Ray?
had at least
Oh, well,
one
it's too
win.
late now.
Running in. Where is it? Is it on the catwalk?
I'm down. There's two
I
over the wing
honestly
by
feel
A.
as though that they're moving, like Haxx are just moving a little bit too slow. They're getting to their points a little too late, or just not getting to their points at all.
Two of you left. Dirt and violent.
Right,
There's
Veronica and
one.
Dirk,
You
you're
know the
there.
split in the plane. One's in there.
Ronnie's coming.
V near you. In the split in the plane. Yeah, nice. There's another one at forklift. Forklift V. Forklift by the wall.
He's
Here's some good calls by Nismac.
They've planted
Oh,
at
yeah.
A.
One in the orange,
Planted
orange
it
lockers.
on A.
Guys, they've planted A. One's at
Tough spot to get
A in
to.
the boxes.
They've got some
Yeah,
time though.
One's still at the
There's
forklift against the wall.
dirt
Watch
still
out,
left.
Dirk.
Ronnie's.
One's led by the
Looking
away
orange
from you.
lockers.
You've got to get up there, Dirt.
It's
Get
just
up there.
dirt, lad.
He's
Two at
looking
the
away
orange
from you.
lockers.
They're following you up, mate.
It's
At the
coming
Dirt
boxes.
nasty
Oh,
goes up,
Oh.
gets pegged, and he's out.
I almost had that motherfucker.
It was a good attempt there though.
Gotta say, man, Haxx, they really gotta do something to pull things back. I think, in my opinion, they're moving a little bit too slow to get to the point. You know, like they don't even have to hold bomb site necessarily, but in terms of their defensive positioning,
It's in
they're
the
a
plane.
little too
Oh.
slow at getting to those spots,
Oh, fuck, I'm hit.
and they're just getting beat in those gunfights. Ultimately, that's what it's coming down to.
Thanks for the bits, Karen and
Where are they?
Puddles.
Two.
Woohoo!
So,
They're over
into
at B.
B.
Okay.
I'm dead already.
That's shit.
This is bullshit, man.
There's one right in front. Watch out.
I'm watching cameras.
Oh, fuck off.
By B,
Getting hit.
solo coming in.
Oh,
here.
nice pickup against
Nice.
Z.
Oh,
Wow,
got me.
real
Came
quick
from the
reaction
inside the
time.
building.
So Diz, he's gonna.
You gotta watch Nismac. He is definitely a killer.
How many are there? Two.
Two
He's a
left.
little red for my liking to
Calm
be
down,
moving so
dummy.
freely, and there he gets
One's at
taken
B,
out.
one's further out towards the
And
stairs.
typically, when you see that red aura around you, that's not not the Kool-Aid man about to come. You're about to die. You need to rest up, heal up, wait till that
One's
green
directly
bar
at
on your
B.
mini map
Can't see where,
heals
'cause
all the
there's
way
no camera
or
down there,
fills
but
all
one's
the way
further out
back up.
towards the stairs.
Because
Yeah,
if
they're
not,
planted
you're
now.
just putting yourself at a disadvantage.
They could be anywhere.
Oh
we should
no,
look at
we
the
got,
cameras
we
and
got
shit.
Vicky coming. Oh yeah.
Murdaugh's on game point 5-0 right now, and Puddles and Karen in a
Fuck.
biddy war.
Okay, guys, we gotta
My
take this off.
gosh, you got a hype train going and everything. Thank you so much. Holy cow.
Okay.
He's inside. I'm going.
Appreciate you both. And Arab, we will do our best to curse Gaba's army upon your game time.
Got one.
I'm sitting at the boxes.
But it only
One's
happens
under
at the
the plane.
caster's
I'm down,
desk.
one's in the pit.
Slugs taking out
Coming through
Nismac
to our
here,
side.
pushing into
They're
this lower
below
region
you,
under the
Vic.
plane.
Vicky, they're down at the plane floor.
Curse Gaba's army? Why are we gonna curse Gaba's army?
Can't see him now. Hang on.
He's down.
Okay.
See any more?
Well, he's saying please say Gabba's army will lose.
The wing,
that way,
you know,
they
the roller
actually
shuttle.
lose.
Yeah, one's gone back out, one's at the wing.
Well,
Down
here
on-
you go,
immediately on
Herb.
your left,
I'm
lying
gonna go ahead and predict this next one. Who are
Lying
you
down
playing
at the
against?
wing.
Double Spit,
Report the
or
fist.
is it you're playing against
Nice. One
this
went back
team as well,
outside.
right? Let me go
Can't see him.
He's
Looks like
going
Haxx
Okay,
is
he's going by the
looking
Learjet.
incredible at this point. Only
There's
one
only two
member
of
has
them
been
left.
eliminated,
Take
and that's
steady.
Mizmac. And I believe only one or two
I'm
members
stuck.
left. Two members left on Murdaugh's.
Jump.
That being Flyboy and Z.
I'm stuck.
So they're outside on the stairs. They're outside on the stairs.
Why am I stuck?
Don't know.
Dirt
Oh
nasty.
my god.
They've come back in. They've come back in, Dan, on your right. Looks like they were going to B.
And so
the
looking
Learjet.
for this elimination
Yeah.
near
Going
the
for B.
stairs.
They've dropped
Right, they dropped the
bomb.
bomb. There's only
Coming
one of
up,
them
taking out
left.
Flyboy
There's only
Pilot,
one
leaving
left.
Z-Shid all alone.
Oh,
Don't
Nice.
forget.
And there's the first win for Haxx under their belt, but it's a tall mountain to climb, man. Real tall mountain to climb. I mean, they are down by 4. They have to win. They have to win so much. I mean, Murdaugh's are sitting on game point.
B.
They,
B, B, B. Somebody cover the
they
inside.
underperform once, and they
Somebody
move
get up the
on to
stairs
hard
because
point,
they're
and they have
coming from behind us
effectively
that way.
lost this game,
So, okay, I'm going straight to there.
even though
Oh
they
my
could still
God,
walk
I'm
away
already
with a
dead.
few points under their belt.
Right,
What'd he
we're
get
in
you?
the plane.
But I'm sure that they
From
want
the bottom
more
of
than
the
just
plane.
2.
I'm at B.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm behind you.
I'm at B.
Top floor of the plane.
Planting.
Mini a B.
Yeah, nose of the plane. was
Oh, they're
broken.
planning. Never mind. They're doing fine.
They want to run to A. They're running towards A.
They planted at B.
Stay in.
There's
There's one coming down the stairs. One coming down the stairs behind us.
Oh shit, they got
Behind
me
you,
on
behind
the
you.
Learjet.
Somebody coming down the right side. It looks like.
Easy up, but gets tagged into the corner. Using the trolley for good
Nice
cover.
take up.
Oh,
I think he got.
They're at the bomb. They're at the
He
bomb.
should have
down.
had him.
There's 2 of them down.
One left.
Oh, got one.
But a nice takeout, but didn't
Where's
get
the
it.
last one?
Oh, I got it.
That's gonna leave
One's left.
Flyboy Pilot all
Uh,
alone,
long
and he
enough.
gets.
All he's got to do is defuse.
Yeah.
But hey, not always.
Yeah.
Sometimes
We got
the
it.
they found the
Damn.
bomb.
Damn.
Man,
Damn
it
it.
is rough going for
Fuck
Haxx, man.
We fucked up.
Makes it easy for me on the scoreboard, but I'll tell you, like I was expecting a much closer match based on the performance, but like I say time and time again, like as much as I enjoy stats, they don't always tell you the full story of what's to come. It's not always a good predictor. You know, sometimes teams go up against other teams that are stronger in terms of, you know, overall standing and seeding, and then while the other team is going against other teams that are lower in seeding, and then finally when these two teams collide, you truly see which one is the better. Right now, Murdaugh's have just showed up and just completely outperformed the Haxx in so many different ways.
I mean, sometimes it's just your night. You know, I will say, you know, I just don't know. Maybe I just need to say, hey, this is going to be a blowout, and call one of the teams. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it next round. When I'm casting, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just like, this is gonna be a complete blowout, and I'm gonna pick the favorite to win. So we're gonna see. We're not gonna pick the underdog to win next time. I'm gonna pick it. I'm gonna just say, hey, look, this is gonna be a blowout, or I don't know what can I say that'll give us a good round.
Just say it's going to be a tie.
Yeah.
That way you'll never
Yeah,
curse
but
either team.
Yeah, but that's playing it too close though. Like, because you're then you don't know if I'm actually cursing teams. We need to know. We need definitive proof. Somebody
We need to relieve you of liability, sir. Like that's the goal here.
No, I want the liability. I mean, because if I say it and it happens, that's kind of a cool superpower. You know, if the opposite happens, you just call me opposite lad or something, like, you know. Every time he says something, the opposite happens.
All right, so we're
Like,
gonna have to get you those Alvo tights up on the merch store and turn you into a superhero. Okay.
you need to make a cape then. I mean, you got to have a cape. Come on.
Yeah, man, if they had capes as an option, I'd totally make one. I'd totally buy
Like
one.
Interesting.
a cloak.
locations
Yeah,
on the
man.
Last map, it varied from last time.
All right, so we got some hard point here on retreat, which I occasionally say spa or resort, which were code names back in the day, but you know, of course, I can't get them out of my head.
Two.
Point here
Let's just
on
one
the
covering
weight room,
from the
the
office.
exercise area.
The planter.
And this is a really good spot. I mean, there's so many different levels on this map that you can just hold from. You can hold from the hotel. You can sit in the corners underneath the treadmills and over near the weight rack.
It's open.
Hell, even you could even be up on the instructor's
Check it all out.
Nice slide.
platform there.
I'm
Oh,
in for
really,
that.
really good spots to hold.
Down.
Does look like they were having a very good fight for this hard point, though.
Keep talking,
Nobody's
guys,
able to
keep
hold
talking.
on to it for very long.
It didn't go far.
Gotta avoid all the fire and flames.
No, it's behind laundry.
Behind laundry.
Good song, by the way.
Friendly car, nice.
Oh yeah, Dragon Force.
sir.
Hard as hell
Yeah,
to
change
do
your
Guitar
moves.
Hero.
Several of them in there. Grenades in, guys.
My wife could actually do that. Like she was very good at Guitar Hero. Like
Come on.
not me, not so much. I'm not very ambidextrous or able to control my fingers and make them do what I want them to do.
Well, I know that there was a Guinness World Record
Yeah.
for highest
He's in the
score and
corner,
perfect
immediately on your
score
left.
on that song.
Come on, let
I'm
me
on
in.
fire. He's dead.
And that was reached what 6,
Wow.
7
Yeah,
years
one in the
ago.
corner.
something like that.
Coming from
Two in.
laundry.
God, I missed that game. That was fun.
Shit.
Man, Nismac can't find any
outside.
footing here. Every time he spawns, finds someone, he ends up losing the fight. And I couldn't see the score necessarily. Oh boy, hurting himself there.
51 to I can't see the other side.
Didn't go far. It's in the pit in the sauna.
I would definitely say it's probably in favor of the Murdaughs right now. Or Murdaughs, however you want to say it. Sorry, not Murdaughs.
Yeah, 12
They're
to
in it.
50 something. I mean, like
They're at the
Murdaug's
back.
are
One's going
just...
for the.
I mean,
Oh boy.
One's going for the balcony.
Well, they can put it on them for a little bit, but you know, if they can, and again, they're not playing those key perimeter places. You know, I think you have too many people rushing the point. You're not having enough people hanging back and just picking people off. That is the key to this mode. If you send everybody in the point and play like a typical like Call of Duty, like just getting everybody in the point at once, it's not going to go well for you. I mean, even in Call of Duty. You know, I've played that a few times here in the past few weeks. If you use that strategy, it works very well, and your team tends to win. So again, they're not playing the perimeter, and that's where they're definitely losing hard point.
The tunnel underneath.
They're also
I'm
rushing the points.
I mean,
a
you
guys
little
cover
too
two
fast.
either
They're not
side.
peeking the corner. Like
Out. We don't need all.
if you
all
go
being
in
here.
and you try to rush, you're not even and you get taken out. You're just not applying any pressure whatsoever. So even if you can't take a point right away, at least apply the early
got me, I'm
pressure
down.
I'm down straight
and
away.
force them
One's
all
in
to
there.
start focusing on
Window.
you, giving your teammates an opportunity to join you in the fight. And we're not seeing that. Of course, here we are, Nismac turning the corner, gets into a gunfight, loses it rather quickly. You know, he's just right now struggling to find some kills. See shit just blasting them away, man.
Pumping bullets in.
So
down
quick.
A few shots. It's not good.
Dude, I'm...
They're on 123, we're only on 18.
Yeah, fuck this bullshit.
18 to 133.
Fucking turret.
I honestly, I don't know what is happening here right now. Nish, like instead of holding the point, there was a teammate on point. He should have gone and rotated up towards the balcony and covered from there.
I'm away.
And these are strategies that teams are going to have to think about and employ and you know, rather quickly. But every chance they try to take.
I hate to say it, but I hate to say it. Like, look, you see it right there on that screen. You know, I don't want to bring this up, but I will say that in the next season, I think there is going to have to be some connection requirements. Because, you know, yellow bars, like, I could see 3 green bars, like, not having the full 4 bars, but, you know, 2 yellow bars does make it a little trickier. You can kind of hear the frustration in some of their voices. I'm not saying you blame this on lag, but I will say there are a lot of yellow bars in this match.
Well, it is the hard point is green right now, so it does look like Haxx are able to accumulate some points, which is good. Hopefully they can carry this momentum. They're just gonna have to be very quick on their trigger finger, and they're gonna have to have really good mobility to try to stay out of the line of fire of Murdaugh's here.
Oh, jeez.
Where is it?
Where we are behind the
Look
gym.
at them. They're holding this point well. Of course, as I say that, one gets eliminated. Whoa, Nizmac!
Right
Nice,
up. Oh my
Niz.
God.
On fire,
go.
taking no prisoners, gets a 3 elimination. Wow. He is hungry for this point, dude.
Coming from that side.
Definitely. Now, you see, again, they are just crowding the point. It's not a good strategy.
Well, there's not much left. Not much time left
Moving.
on that point. It is going to be rotating very, very soon.
Zigzag.
As I say that, there it
Yeah,
goes.
right-
It's going to
right
be in this
fucking
back
close.
corridor.
I'm there.
And again, this is just another very exposed area.
Bombs in there now.
I mean, and he saw the guy prone there. Honestly, I thought the
Around,
guy
yeah.
was dead. I thought he was dead. I didn't know he was alive either. I probably would have gotten taken out by him too.
Yeah, part of it, I think they're just missing their shots, but it does
Still
look
behind
like it's
the chat.
evening out a little bit for them.
We're miles out.
The one behind the chair.
Right now, there's a
I'm on
100-point
it.
difference. They have retaken, and now Haxx with control.
I don't
As I say that very quickly, they lose it. Nizmac coming back in, trying to keep him off the point, able to get
How is the
2.
Viper not killing these motherfuckers?
I don't know.
It's a full fucking clip. It gives me the all 3 red dots.
Coming from cafe.
I think my son just closed my door on me.
8
So
seconds.
that's enough, Daddy. You go to bed
Good
now.
Oh, they're
You're
on
being
fire.
too loud.
Oh man, despite their effort,
84-200.
it
It was a
looked
nice
like-
try for a comeback.
It looked like it was starting to turn around for the Haxx there just a little bit. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. And Murdaugh's looking for a 6-0 sweep here. The pressure is now high, like for both teams. Obviously, Haxx, they want to get a win here. But Murdaugh's, I mean, they haven't gotten a 6-0 sweep. And, only a couple of teams have been able to get 6-0 sweeps throughout the course of this season. A couple of the teams been, able to do that quite frequently, O'Doyle.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
So Murdaugh's, who have been, I don't want to say sitting at the bottom, but they've kind of been near the bottom towards the middle of the pack the entire season. It could come out with a 6-0 here. I'm sure that they, maybe not nerves, but the adrenaline, the excitement is pumping. Hopefully they're able to reserve some of that, control it, and get a final victory here. But the Haxx are kind of in the same boat. They're like, man, we don't want a 6-0 sweep. We need to get a win. So those nerves, that adrenaline is pumping.
Interesting choice, though. I think I would have went for. I mean, it's not terrible. It is a little bit bigger of a map, but in this instance, I think I would have chosen desert. I would have picked Desert Day, get a little distance between us, and maybe even things out a little bit. There's lots of close encounters that can happen in this map.
All right, as we go in. Karen, you were asking if we both chose to have the death on 1. No, that is not the case.
Don't stress, guys. We
Um,
win some, we
I
lose
pretty
some.
much
The
pointed
server's
out
not
the
particularly doing us
stats,
any favours tonight,
and I
so-
was like, who I thought would likely win, but for the most part, I thought they were going to be quite
Yeah,
even.
I can agree with
I'll be
that.
honest. I thought they were going to be much more even than what we have seen.
It's just one of them nights. Don't worry about
So
it.
I was not swinging or leaning in one
Right.
particular direction.
Don't
But here
push
we
too
are,
far.
team deathmatch on Factory, and we'll see who comes out victorious. Now this is
Okay. Is anyone taking the
I feel
pipes?
like we have discussed this multiple times, O'Doyle, and I think you win the discussion with regards to
Coming
which
east
side
side,
is
right
more
there,
dominant in
ground,
terms
ground.
of control, being able
Cheer
to
up there. It's
control
not
it,
that bad, man.
and being able to
Office.
have the
No,
upper
it's not,
hand.
bro. Everywhere
Very
I
often,
go,
I think it's a, you say you want to get that
On my
office
side.
space, right?
Same
Like, you
spot,
want
Niz,
you in
Niz.
particular
ones in the
have
boilers
very
I'm
good
down.
control,
Fucking hell.
mobility to control that office space in the midfield.
Tinko's on our spot.
But you can
Whereabouts?
effectively hold either side. You could there isn't necessarily one greater point
Coming
than
our
the
side
other.
again,
It all
right
depends
side
on like
step.
how you want to cover it and
Got him.
finding
I'm gonna
those good
switch it up a
spots.
little bit. I'm gonna tell you, really, I'll tell you the best side to hold, and it's not the side you spawn on. Right where Niz is right now, this whole right side. If you can hold this whole right
one's in the
side of
container.
the warehouse, you've got them on lockdown. If you can get the office, get somebody below the office, get somebody on the pipes, like you can effectively control a corner. I really think that is the strongest positioning.
He's in.
but that's just me seeing
No.
it being played. Because again, if you have somebody in the office, they're covering that
We're
back
covering them
spawn,
pipes, guys. We need the
and
window
then
and the
you
pipes.
have
So they're on the
somebody on the
left side.
pipes covering catwalk. You
They're
have
like
the guys
office.
under the
Yeah,
office
over
covering
here.
under catwalk and through the middle.
Okay.
You pretty much can lock this whole warehouse down.
Like to your immediate left.
Ah,
These guys.
Watch out.
That's
Got him.
just the strategy
Got
I've
him,
been
I got him,
thinking
mate, I
about
got
for a
him.
while.
nice.
I can
And you
the
see them
side.
kind of doing that, but if you had somebody in the office, that would
Yeah.
definitely help right
I
now.
only see from their side.
What
Somebody
I
on the
like most
pipes,
about
guys.
this map is the great implementation of verticality,
Go there if you
the
want me
different
to.
lanes that you can take, both high
Okay,
and
one.
low. A
There's
lot of
fire there
a lot
now.
of different areas that can provide cover.
Top office, got him.
That
him.
being said, that requires
down. They're
players
snuck in behind us. We need
to
cover,
be
guys. Come on.
mobile.
Got one. Got
Like
one.
there are
Nice.
points that you
Can't
can
let him in
camp. There
outside.
are some
Trying to
really
revert.
strong locations.
Got one
But
on
at the same
catwalk.
time, to be able to evade, get out,
Okay,
get
be
into higher
careful.
locations, be able to get out of those high locations with success, it requires great mobility. As you can see, Nizmac moving along this catwalk, which is very dangerous, mind you.
Watch out.
Not
What
only
are we
gets a
doing?
wonderful
Are we pushing their
elimination
Right, they're
there,
lying
but,
down in the middle, though.
as you
That's
can
it.
see,
No,
as
we
soon
just
as he moves out
did
of
the
cover,
most,
I
go
mean,
for
he's
the
just
middle.
completely exposed. The catwalk is a great
I'm hanging
location,
out by the
but
forklift.
everybody's
to the
looking
catwalk.
there,
Got Dingo,
and there's
I got
only a
Dingo
few
at the top
spots that you
office.
can hide
I'm gonna
behind.
need help
So it's
here.
risky, high risk, high reward.
Got one
But
on
here,
the catwalk. There's another one
Nizmac
up
is
there.
showing up how powerful holding this position can be.
Got him.
Okay, guys, remember we're up.
Yeah,
We're
now
up
it also
Yeah.
could be with the Murdaughs. Flyboys kind of make me think about this. Not the typical Murdaughs.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's take a
These
section
these guys have been
and-
playing
and-
together
and
now for
let's
what about
hold it
2 to
down.
3 weeks after we
Where'd
had
they
a
get you
little
from?
bit of a shake up.
I didn't
So maybe the Murdaughs have found the team that works best
That's
together.
I'm here by, I'm here by their middle door.
That is
Watching
something
the
very
entranceway.
important. If you have a team that doesn't click, or you're fighting, or you don't know how to calm each other down,
Coming
you're
into-
not
through the
going
left
to do
side.
very well.
We're
So
up
maybe
by
they
loads,
actually have
guys.
some
Just
cool
relax,
heads on
relax.
there,
We're
and
up by
everybody
loads.
has figured it out.
Top
So
office.
just relax around, remember, chill
Oh,
back.
I'm down.
Now wait, are the Haxx
I'm
up?
heading up to the
Are
catwalk.
they up past up here?
Got one.
I'm watching
I'm gonna
this
go
gap
pipes.
here in the
Okay.
planks.
I got one.
Who's
They're pushing
down?
left
Does
side.
look like Haxx might be
Got one on
Yeah.
the catwalk.
might be fitting to take this one here.
Yeah, their positioning has been great, and their shots have also been great.
Yeah,
And-
this side of the warehouse, I'm telling you, don't underestimate it. It just depends on what your
He's
strengths
down.
are.
He's
If
down,
you can
he's
get
down.
somebody
Is
up
he
there
going
that
down?
can pick those people off, like I mean, this side is not a bad side to have, to be perfectly honest.
Not at all. I mean, look at the view that Nizmac has.
I'm
If you can go prone there,
Got one.
No, I didn't get him.
you can peek out just a little bit, and you got all angles of the
His
office
NT
space
goes on
at
the
the
catwalk
diagonal.
side.
And you got anyone coming onto the crosswalk from the other side, from the other third. Nizmac taking a big risk coming over to this side, but he's able to get the pick up here, and he's really putting in the work, man. He's looking good. He gets a person down in the shed. This guy's on fire. He gets another one.
Drain.
My goodness,
I mean, he is pulling nothing right
Go
now.
watch the back door
Just
down
threw
the
his
pipe
drone out
from the
there.
office.
so that's a level 5 kill streak. He is
Flyboy.
very close to putting down a turret or getting dogs. Does sound like he does have the radar going.
We're on 42-27.
Oh, shit.
Oh
Down.
no,
22-27.
so
Ramp up to the plant. He's
close.
coming up to the
They're
pipe.
coming through to the middle now.
And
Two of
they
them.
do
One
have
on the
a
left, one in the
significant
middle.
lead.
I would say stay back.
This shit's down.
Don't say this much. I
It
mean,
is kill streak, Rob.
I'd say
the fact that he was able to get to a 5-kill streak is pretty awesome. I mean,
We're swaps
Haxx
on. I'm on
really,
the opposite side,
they
guys.
really need
Left
that
side,
stuff
left
to
side,
occur more
relax,
often. Gotta get those eliminations. Gotta
relax.
put out
I'm going out top office.
those kill streaks. Get the drones out, RCs, dogs, what rocket launchers, whatever they have in their loadouts. But they need to get that
Killers
moving.
under
And
the
now
office
we've got a
stairs.
spawn flip where Haxx is now on the opposite third.
Alright,
We're
yeah,
split up,
we're
guys. We're all
Vicky
split
still,
up.
I believe, holding down the other side though.
Under the office stairs.
So you want to be
Ramp
careful
up.
because you don't quite know where they're going to spawn back in. They could spawn in back where Niz is looking right now.
Got him.
And just
Dude,
like that, you are
nice.
correct. Able to pick one up at the base of those
I got the
stairs.
back door.
Giggity.
Giggity.
There's two in the middle. Two in the middle. I'm down. One at the container. One at that middle
Yeah,
shed.
it does look 38,
We're up by 11,
47.
be
It's getting a
careful.
little tight
Got
here for
container.
Haxx. They got to maintain the lead. Probably not push so much. Dan Slow getting 2 eliminations there, as I saw on the kill feed.
Yeah, it's me.
They're trying to maintain that lead,
Smells
but
is
at the
just
same
round
time,
the middle now.
they can't let up. They can't let up.
Shit, Flyboy's got me. I've
12's
just
is in the
got
middle.
used now.
There's another
We're
one
on
following
50,
you.
they're on 40.
Ah, they're all coming through. They're pushing through.
42 to
I'm on the
50.
catwalk if they're coming that way.
Careful.
I'm on the beams at the
Shit,
back.
they
That
pushed
was
out.
close to 8.
Watch out.
Don't go forward, we're ahead.
Yeah.
Stay
Oh,
back.
damn.
Yeah, stay back.
Yeah, they're pushing out.
Where
Squad,
is
pushing
Dinko
out
at this week?
under the catwalk.
Or Niz. He has had
Shit,
missed
where
throw
is he?
after missed
On
throw
the
tonight
catwalk.
with those
Catwalk.
grenades.
1 minute. Let's hold it, guys. Oh, fuck, they pushed
There
through
we
on the
go.
left.
Oh my gosh,
12's
there
is
he
in.
goes.
He's on the far
48
left.
to 50.
He's opposite the office.
Murdaugh
He's
are
going upstairs
coming
to the
back.
office. Right.
They need to start playing safe.
I'm
They
heading
need
up
to
the
pull
catwalk.
back,
We're
wait
all-
for
we're
them,
split
make
up
them
again,
come
guys.
to
Be
them.
careful.
Get
The
over here
gap
to the
is
catwalk.
closing so fast.
Dirt.
Killer's back in
Yeah,
the
they're getting a little too confident. They're pushing. They're flipping the spawn, and that is not a good thing, especially in a bigger map like
Right, they're in the
this.
middle. They're on the boiler, mid-office, under mid-office.
The two behind.
Shit.
Shit,
They
you
just
said
took
that.
I
out
think
from
there's
a
been
long
too
shot.
many eliminations
Shit.
There's a load of them in
on
the
the
middle.
Haxx. I can't tell, but I suspect they've lost the
Got
lead.
one.
They do get here. Goes Niz.
We are
See if you can
literally
kind of carry it back. It's 2 more.
Yeah, I just pulled it back a little.
Niz.
This, ooh,
back up.
We're 2 up, we're
56
2
to
up.
54.
We need to
Haxx
go back.
barely holding
pull it
on.
back, guys. Yeah, pull it back, guys.
Yeah, hide.
Don't
Get
pull
out
it
the
back.
fucking way,
You're gonna
guys.
lose this one.
Get your grenades
Back
out.
up.
Right
Just
for the
keep
picking
firing.
is this win, and they're able to pull it out. 58 to 54. Murdaugh's so close,
Wow, that was
but
freaking
Haxx
awesome.
finally
Nice
getting
try,
up on the
guys.
board,
Look
man.
at Haxx. Hold on. How many kills did Niz have?
Good game.
19
Good
in
game.
total.
Uno mas.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Fun playing you
Oh
guys.
my
Ready
goodness,
up.
that was.
Ready up.
Oh, I almost gave the point to the wrong team.
Rematch.
That was
I need the
so
toilet before every rematch.
close. They're so close. Haxx barely holding on, but able to do so just in the nick of time as Murdaughs were making their comeback, closing the point difference to 2. To 2 points. It's 2 eliminations, and they would have tied things up and possibly overtaken, but Haxx maintaining their composure and able to pull this one out, man. What a great fight that one was.
Oh, very, very happy for Haxx. Like, they got out of it. They didn't get skunked. You know, I know they had some challenges in that map. I can tell. You can hear it in their voices. But, you know, they ended up pulling out at least one, which, you know, I expected more out of them. But unfortunately, it just wasn't there tonight. And, you know, sometimes that happens. It is getting late over in the UK. So, you know, maybe a little bit of eye strain is getting into play there. But very happy they got 1 point. That was a very close game. That was how I was expecting all the games to go. So
Let's see. I don't think I had. Is that an old one? Hold on, I think I'm looking at an old. No, that says 31 minutes ago. Karen, did you give us 1,000? Am I reading that right? Cheer 1,000 bits. Did that even come through? I don't even know if that came through. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Let's see. So who's going to be in the final? This is going to be Death Squad versus Trauma. And that's simply because like those are right now the top 2 teams. If you look at the current stats, Trauma for like the first time they lost not only once but they lost twice. So they're behind Death Squad by 2 points. That actually put a lot of pressure on Death Squad in their previous match to end or close things out for week 5, because had they lost 1 or 2, I mean, that would have kept them in. If they had lost 2, that would have kept them in a tied first position. But fortunately, Death Squad was able to walk away completely victorious, and right now the only team to go all games 6-0.
yeah, I think that's part of Trauma's strategy. I think they're trying to, you know, like, we'll give them 2 points. I'm not saying they gave them 2 points. They fought hard for that game. Carnage definitely took those points from them. But, you know, still part of me is kind of like, maybe they're trying to feign us a little bit. Maybe they're just trying to give us a little sense of confidence. So, I mean, at least that's how I'm treating it. Like, no, coming for you, Trauma. We're gonna have a scrap coming here first week of May.
It's going to be exciting for sure, and you guys are not going to want to miss it. So, what with your respective platforms, which, by the way, we're over on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and the big screen. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. 391 people had stopped in over at TikTok. Wow, you guys are legends. Thank you so much. If you guys haven't followed the TikTok channel, be sure to do so. No Man's Planet putting up a lot of really cool content, and with some new stuff coming out, there's sure to be something to view there. So if you guys have a TikTok and you're not following it already, be sure to hop over and do that. Same with the YouTube channel. If you guys aren't over on the YouTube channel, that's where we post up a lot of really cool stuff. That's where we're going to be live for a lot of these matches. If you guys want to join us over here on our personal channel at twitch.tv/AH commentary, we have a variety of different channels, but this is going to be the primary one for any Alvo content that we cast. Be sure to send us a follow over there. And over on Facebook, if you guys aren't following that group already, hopefully you already are, which is why you made it to the stream. Be sure to give this a like and thumbs up, and wherever you are on whatever platform, whatever it takes to follow and show praise towards the stream, it helps the algorithms on all fronts. So be sure to do that if you guys want some more of this awesome competitive Alvo content. Both teams need to bring their A games. Yeah, 100%. How much cheaper can Wolf and O'Doyle be? I mean, I could be pretty cheap, Karen.
Free 99.
$3.99.
Free 99. No,
Oh, even better.
Don't even put a 3. It's free 99.
I got
or we can go.
problems, but free ain't one.
or we go South Park. I'd say about 350.
350. 350.
Yeah, give me about 350. Loch Ness Monster. He came and asked me the other day. Woman was at the door. He's selling Girl Scout cookies, and I asked him, "Hey, Monster, how much you selling them Girl Scout cookies for?" He said about 350. That's all he needs. We just need about 350.
Just 350, folks. 350. Well, I think that's going to conclude everything. O'Doyle, you got anything you want to say before we head on out?
Happy Hump Day. We're almost through this. We got 2 more days and a couple more matches coming up. You're going to see Haxx play a couple more times this week, or at least one more time. I think they have one scheduled versus I believe Devil Spit
On Sunday?
and I believe so. You're also going to see the German Grandpas on Sunday, and I believe you're also going to see the Murdaughs play. Is it Devil Spit?
Is it Carnage? Do they
Or
have
is it
Carnage this
Carnage?
week?
Let's see the break. So we have Gabba Army versus the Murdaughs, and Carnage versus the Team Grandpas, and Haxx versus Devil Spit. So
Gotcha,
we got
gotcha.
3 more games this week. Of course, thanks to Mental and Mario, Death Squad having a break, as well as does Trauma. We're back at it next week against Haxx, and I believe Trauma plays the Murdaughs next week. But then again, just mark it on your calendars. First week of May, we're going to get it set here, hopefully this week. The big championship, the match I believe everybody's been waiting for. You get to see PSVR versus Quest. We get to settle it and figure out who the best in Alvo is at this moment. Now, just this moment, because again, we got season 2 coming up, guys. Get ready. If you're not already on the team, get in the Discord, get on the Alvo Test Discord, and get your team set up, because it's going to start shortly after we finish the season in the first week of May.
I'm excited for it. Thank you so much for the bits there. Karen saying, here's your 350. And of course, Puddle's coming in with a cheap 102. I'm just kidding. It ain't cheap. I appreciate all the support. Really, really appreciate it. Without you guys, you don't have to donate, but if you choose to, it definitely helps. All that we care is that you're here, that you're entertaining, you're having a good time. But that's going to conclude tonight's match between Murdaughs and Haxx. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys want to stay abreast of everything that is coming your way with competitive Alvo, you got to be sure to stay tuned. So hit that like, subscribe button. Be sure to also hit that thumbs up over on YouTube or anywhere that you can provide a like. And we will see you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.
Later.